What's up guys, my name is Chris and today we're talking about the Avatar Legends combat system, and of course as soon as I put out a video on this, as soon as I think I finally understand the Avatar Legends combat system, they go and change it, alright? They go ahead and change the system. They went from 1.0 to 2.0 and it's changed everything and I don't get it. Actually I do get it, that's why I'm making this video, but let's get into it. Before we get into the combat system, if you guys do enjoy my content, if you want to see more of this, please click that subscribe button. Only about 20% of people that are watching my channel are actually subscribed. So from version 1 to version 2, the combat system structure hasn't changed. NPCs get to pick their moves in secret, players get to pick their moves next, and they can do it either in secret or out loud, whatever they prefer. 3, everybody gets to announce what they're doing, and then everything plays out in an order. Defense, attack, and evade. That's the order things go in. At the start of the phase, players' moves go first, then the NPCs. The players are always first in the initiative orders. They've added a lot of new moves and new things called statuses, which are kind of mini conditions that aren't affecting your character's health, basically. We'll go over statuses here in just a minute. Now the new basic techniques for defend and maneuver are ready. Mark 1 fatigue to ready yourself or your environment, assigning a functionally appropriate status to nearby foes, i.e. impaired, or yourself prepared. Retaliate, steel yourself for your blows. Each time a foe inflicts fatigue, a condition, or shifts your balance in this exchange, inflict 1 fatigue on that foe. And then finally, seize a position. Move to a new position, engage, disengage with the foe, overcome a negative status or danger, establish an advantageous position, or escape the scene. Any foe engaged with you can mark 1 fatigue to block this technique. Next is advance and attack. You roll with passion for this one. So the basic techniques are strike. Strike a foe in reach, force them to mark 2 fatigue, mark 1 condition, or shift their balance away from center, their choice. Mark 1 fatigue to instead choose to hammer them with your blows, forcing them to mark 2 fatigue, or strike where they are weak, inflicting a condition. So you can use 1 fatigue to do that and they get a choice, or you get to use 2 fatigue and you get to choose exactly what happens to them at that point. Then you have pressure. Impress or intimidate a foe. Choose an approach. Your foe cannot choose to use that approach in this next exchange. So you can straight up pressure an opponent to only defend, attack, or evade in this next exchange. And lastly is my personal favorite, smash. Mark 1 fatigue to destroy or destabilize something in the environment, possibly inflicting or overcoming a functionally appropriate positive or negative status. Example, doomed or prepared. And then lastly is evade and observe. It lets you clear 1 fatigue, then you can roll with creativity or harmony, whichever one you prefer. And there are 3 main basic techniques for that one, which is first, test balance. Mark 1 fatigue to challenge an enemy foe's balance. Ask what the principle is. They must enter honestly. If you already know their principle, instead shift their balance away from center by questioning or challenging these beliefs or perspectives. NPCs typically only have 1 principle to work off of just to make it easier on the DM. So they have to basically tell you what it is, or they shift their balance. Bolster or hinders number 2, add or impede a nearby character, inflicting an appropriate status. Example, trapped or favored. And then lastly is commit. Recenter yourself amidst the fray. Shift your balance towards one of your principles. The next time you live up to that principle, you do not mark fatigue. Chris, you've talked about statuses quite a bit. What the fuck are they? Well, actually, let's talk about that now. Like you heard, statuses are things that certain moves can inflict. There are 8 total statuses, 4 negative, 4 positive, and we're gonna go through the list right now. Doomed, you're in grave danger. Mark 1 fatigue every few seconds or each encounter until you free yourself. That'd be like being trapped underwater underneath a sheet of ice where you can't get out, something like that. Impaired, you're slowed or off balance. Mark 1 fatigue or take a -2 to all physical actions as a player character, or choose 1 fewer technique if you're an NPC. Then there's trapped. You are completely helpless. You must mark a combination of 3 fatigue or conditions to escape. That was gonna put most NPCs out of the fight completely. And then last of the bad ones is stunned. You're caught off guard, you can't act or respond for a few seconds until you steady yourself. Basically, they get a surprise round on you. And then the last 4 are really good ones that you want yourself to have, but you don't want your enemy to have. There's empowered. Your abilities are naturally stronger in this moment. Clear 1 fatigue at the end of each exchange. Favored, you're buoyed by circumstance. Choose an additional basic or master technique in the next exchange, even on a miss. Inspired. This is not the D&D inspiration. Sorry, this isn't a little coin I get to throw at you. You really get to stand for something. Clear inspired to shift your balance towards a principle of your choice. And then prepared. You're ready for what's coming. Clear prepared to take a +2 to an appropriate roll or avoid marking a condition. I'm not gonna lie, I think these statuses are one of the best things they could add to this combat, because instead of it being fatigue, 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 condition, you actually have little things that your attacks can do that slightly alter the battle in your favor, or against you, depending on how things are going. But by and large, I think this is a great addition to combat in general, and it's gonna make things a lot more interesting for everybody involved. And that is combat explained again for the Avatar Legends RPG system. I hope this explained things really well, and if it didn't, let me know what I can expand upon in the comments down below. I might make a short just for that. Now that being said, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, click the little subscribe button down below and click the little bell icon to get notified for all my video uploads. Thank you so much to my patrons patrons. You guys are absolutely amazing, and a very special thank you to my top tier patrons, Corey H, Amaldine Shepherd, Rutana, and Elizabeth S. Thank you guys so much. I wouldn't be able to do this without you guys. And if you want to help support this channel in certain ways, check out my Patreon down below. I have a list of different tier rewards that you guys can get different things depending on what you subscribe to. So that being said, thank you guys so much. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Later.